welcome back to the channel. I don't know if you heard that, but it was a really loud car driving by, and I was not a fan. Anyway, welcome to so many noises out here. Oh my gosh. Welcome to another tutorial where I show you how to make a corkscrew stitch. So a lot of people have different names for these stitches, and corkscrew versus my super spiral and everything. This is what my corkscrew looks like. It starts off with 4 colors and ends with 3. So that's how I, separate them, I guess. But so yeah, I show you how to make one of these in today's video. So hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any questions or suggestions of colors, styles, some the keychain you want to see or whatever, let me know. Just put in the comments. I will gladly reply and I will get back to you. So enjoy this tutorial. Here is my kitty. This is, oh, okay, he really wants out. He's gonna hang it out. This is Squishy. He's almost 2 years old. So, but yes, that's my cat. He's a rat. But anyway, hi Squishy. Hi baby. Hi. Say hi to the people. Hello. There was. Okay, that's enough time for the cat. Love the cat. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get on to the video. You are going to need 4 different colors. You can obviously double up on colors if that is what you choose, but for this tutorial I'm going to keep it 4 separate colors so that way you know what string I'm working with, just to make it easier. So before we get started, I just want to show you the stitch that we're making. So this is what I call a corkscrew. It basically starts as a super spiral with 4 colors and then ends as a double spiral with 3 colors at the end. Now this was one of the first ones that I made of this stitch, so it's not as long as I make them now. So yours might look a little longer, or mine will look a little longer at the end, but obviously you can choose whatever length you prefer. So like I said, you're gonna need up to 4 colors. So these are the colors that I am choosing. I'm choosing yellow, light blue, light purple, and white. So those are my 4 colors, and if you've watched my super spiral and DNA, we know that we have an outer middle color and a middle color. So my outer middle color, which is white on this, is going to also be white in this keychain that I'm going to show you. My middle color is actually going to be yellow on this one. So you will need to cut each string to a certain length, because if you make them too short, then obviously you're not going to have the same outcome. So if you are using your outer middle color, you want that to be 8 feet long. So I actually already have my strings pre-cut, but whatever your outer middle color is, that you want that to be 8 feet long. Your middle color, like I said, is going to be yellow. For me, you want this to be 3 feet long. Okay, 3 feet. And your last 2 strings, you can keep them 4 feet long. These are my outer colors, so this is like teal and this dark purple. Okay, so 8 foot for the outer middle, 3 foot for the middle, and 4 foot for my last 2 strings. So go ahead and get your strings cut, and then we can start the stitch. So the starting of this keychain is the same as the super spiral and DNA. So if you already know how to do those, you can go ahead and you can start this keychain. If you do not know how to start those, do not worry, I'm still gonna go over this. Even if you need a refresher, I got you. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my 3 colors. So that's gonna be my light blue, yellow, and light purple. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with my blue. Again, your 2 outer colors, it does not matter what color you start with. So I could start with purple too, but I'm just gonna start with blue. So I'm gonna take my blue string and I'm gonna loop it around my finger. From here, I'm going to pull until I find the center. Okay, once I have the center, I'm going to loop up and around and find the center. So really you want to find the loop, or you want to make the loop first before you find the center. But there's my center. And now I'm looped over my string. So again, I was here. I just took the front part of the string and looped it up and around my finger and made sure that my ends were somewhat even. And I'm struggling. Okay, I'll take it. Now I'm going to take my middle color, which is my yellow, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I'm just going to put it right beside the blue, and I'm going to make my loop around my finger, and then I'm going to find my middle. Okay, now that I have those done, I'm going to do the last thing with my purple. So here are my 3 strings. They are even somewhat. Obviously the yellow is a little short, but that's okay. We want that to be the case. So now that we have these on, now we can take our middle string, which is my white, and it's super long, so I'm struggling. Okay, so I'm going to take one end of my white, and I'm just going to put it under all 6 loops. Okay, just like that. Once I have that, I'm going to match up the ends, and I'm going to pull till I find the middle, and I have a knot. Please hold. So this is what you should have on your finger or pencil or whatever, however you prefer to start these on. Now I'm going to take my right side and I'm going to go down below the white string I just put in, and I'm going to go over the first loop, under the second loop. I'm going to do that through all 6 loops here. Okay, and then I'm going to pull. And I'm going to flip because my string would have had a twist. So this is what we have. Okay, my blue is struggling, and that's okay. Alright, once we have that, we're going to do the same thing with the left string. But instead of going on the bottom, we're going to go on the top. So we're going to go this way. And then I'm going to pull until I have this. So now I have like this S shape with my white string. That is what you want. Okay, now I'm going to slide this off my finger, And if you stay connected, you did it right. If you fell apart, then you probably looped your strings the opposite way. But if you stay together, when you pull your strings, you should have 3 boxes stacked on top of each other, something like this, and your back would look like this. And once you have that, I'm going to add my key ring back here, because if I don't do it now, I will regret it later. Okay, so there's my key ring on. Get a little tight. There we go. And that is the start. So now that we have our keychain started, we are good to start making our layers. Now, if you look at this, basically most of it is a super spiral. So we're just gonna copy the super spiral until we get about 4 or 5 sections. So by sections, I count like these. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if you notice down here, after the 5th one, my gray, which is my middle color, disappears. So it starts thicker and it ends skinny. Now again, this one is not the right length that I would prefer. So that's why on this one, we're gonna make it better. So I'm just gonna go over quickly the super spiral layer. I'm only gonna do one. If you are new to it, I'm going to put a link here to go watch my tutorial on how to make each layer. And it's the same thing over and over again, but I'm gonna do like a more in-depth in that tutorial, whereas this one we're just kind of going through it because it's not the main part of the video. So it's a very quick version of it, but whenever I pull, I should have the same outcome with what we started with, and those 3 boxes on top of each other. Okay, as you can see, we started to twist a little bit there, which is good. That is what we want. So you're gonna want to repeat that process till I'm gonna go till I have 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like this one. That's gonna be about 40 to 45 layers. We already did 1, so you're down to like 44. So I'm gonna sit here for the next 15-20 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and do those layers. Alright, here is my keychain so far. I have my 5 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we are going to get ready to transition from a 4-color stitch to a 3-color stitch. So this part, basically what we're doing is we're getting rid of our middle color, which is my yellow. Okay, we're going to get rid of her and we're just gonna get rid of her. So I stopped here on the side, so it just kind of blends in when you look at it from the front. So that's where I'm at on the side. Okay, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start another layer. So I'm gonna start with my 2 loops, and I did flip my colors, so It doesn't matter though. I'm gonna do my purple. I'm gonna do my second purple. Make sure those aren't twisted. And now here comes the fun part. I'm not gonna do what I just did with my yellow, or what I have been doing, I guess. I'm actually gonna do this. I'm only gonna go on, no, over. I'm only gonna go under. I had to think about this for a second. Yeah, I'm only gonna go under. So instead of going over the first loop, I'm gonna go under the first loop with my middle color. And I'm not gonna do anything with that second loop. I'm just gonna keep it there, because what's gonna happen is we're gonna get to the point where these two are just gonna be in between these white strings. Okay, but we have to secure that first. And I'm gonna do this again because I'm gonna need to do this for a good 2 to 3 layers. Okay, everything was the same except for my 2 yellows. I only went under the first loop. If I'm looking at the first yellow, I only went under that first loop, and then I left it over the second white loop. Okay, and I did it on there too. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten. And when you tighten these, it's gonna be kind of fun. I always struggle because I always get like this with that yellow, so I need to like pull as well as I tighten. And this first layer is always the trickiest because your strings are not like secured. Like they're secured, but they're not super secured, so they want to come undone, especially these yellows or the middle colors. Alright, so now I'm going to repeat that whole process again, but now my yellows are already in the middle, so they should be easier to keep there. So I'm going to loop, and then I'm going to loop this one. There is a fly, and I'm going to kill it. Anyway, there are my loops, and then I'm going to do my purple. And my other purple. Okay, my yellows are already in between, so I'm actually going to skip that step. Okay, and I'm just going to move right down to my blue. So what we're doing with these yellow strings is we're kind of tucking them away. Okay, and once we get so much tucked away, then we can cut off the excess. So I'm going to tighten again. Again, my yellows are in the middle. So if I hold them like this, they are side by side. And let me tighten this one more time, and I'll show you the side view. Here you can see it's starting to disappear. Okay, see how I'm not having any more yellow there in the middle? Okay, that's what we want. So I'm gonna do, I think, 2 more layers with these yellow strings just chilling to really, really secure. A little bit more. There was my third and fourth stitch of hiding the yellow. Again, if I turn to the side, you do not see the yellow anymore. That's what we want. So now with this excess string, because I don't need her, I'm gonna cut it off. So I'm just gonna cut like right there, and I'm gonna get rid of these 2 pieces. Don't need them anymore. This will get hidden as we continue the rest of the keychain. So from here on out, I eliminated a box, so I only have 2 left, which means this is turning into a double spiral. So if you don't know how to do a double spiral, it's literally the exact same thing, you just don't have a 3rd box. So I'm still taking everything at an angle and working top left to bottom right, and I'm just making my loops over under, over under. Fix this one. And when I tighten, I want to make sure I keep those yellows in between the blue and purple. Okay, and as you keep doing more and more, that will get covered and it won't be in your way. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue these layers. One thing I'm really sad about is that guy right there. That could have been tighter. I hate how big that is, and these two right here. But you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna go looking at this one. So this one only has these two. I'm gonna go till I have 3 of these. So 1, 2, 3. And I'll show you what I mean by that when I get there. Alright, here is what I have finished. So I have 4 layers because I'm counting this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 double spiral layers, I guess is that's what you want to call it. So once you have this and you're satisfied, we can tie it off. So I tie it off just like any other keychain. Wrap all the strings around my finger, make a loop, and then feed all those strings through. I'm going to feed the white first because they're longer, and then I can feed in the rest. Okay, once you have that, you can pull. Pull, and then I'm going to pull each one individually just to make them a little tighter. Okay, and there we go. And then you can cut off the excess string. I'm going to cut it right there. And there's your keychain. Here is our finished product of our corkscrew keychain. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and I hope it helped you. So yeah, please comment below any other tutorials that you guys want to see next. I do have one in mind, but we'll see. And I think you guys can guess which one that is. I'm dreading it. But anyway, if you guys end up making any keychains that, you know, that you've watched from here or my TikTok or whatever, please share them with me. You can show them on here if there's a way, I really don't know. Or you can DM me on Instagram and you can show me your creations. So yeah. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please do not forget to like and subscribe because that helps me and it, you know, tells me that you guys are enjoying this and it keeps me motivated to keep going with these things, even if I don't post a whole lot. I'm so sorry. We're not going to talk about it. So yeah, please like and subscribe and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye everybody.